All right, everybody, welcome back. We are back again for another video on simplifying radicals. Now, this is technically our third day of doing this, so hopefully we're getting pretty good. We're going to add in one more layer today, and that layer is going to be kind of putting everything together all at once. So let's just look at a problem. Now, when we get to this problem, one thing we should hopefully notice about it is it kind of has a little bit of everything. It's got the number on the outside, it's got some variables to it, and it also has a number that needs to be simplified. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to break it into chunks. So I'm going to draw a little dividing line and a little dividing line. Let's start with the square root of 45. We know that 45 is 9 times 5, and we know that 9 is 3 times 3. So since these are all ending numbers, we know that that's going to be the code when we rewrite it. So once we break down that part, then we want to just rewrite. Now, we can't forget about the 5. The 5 was on the outside. It's still on the outside. Then I'm going to have a 3, and a 5. So 3, 3, 5 inside. Now let's talk about the A's. We had two A's right there, so we're going to stretch that out and say A squared, or AA. Now, after we get done with that, then our goal is to do our 2-for-1 special. So our first 2-for-1 special, we had two 3's. So we're going to be able to pull that out and get a 3 on the outside. We also had two A's. So I'm going to be able to pull that out and get a single A on the outside, right? Every time I have 2, I get 1 on the outside. Now we just multiply. Well, 5 times 3, that's just 15. And then we normally would put the A right behind it. So we're going to have 15A on the outside, and then on the inside, well, what was left? Just 5. So we're going to just have a 5 right there, and we're done. We have simplified that radical. Nice job. That is a tough problem. Let's do another one. So how about number 2 here? So if you look at problem number 2, 54, right? We're going to start with the number on the inside. That's 9 times 6. 9 is just 3 times 3. And 6 is 3 times 2. Wonderful. So we can rewrite this as -2 square roots of 2, 3, 3, 3, x. Now, looking at that, if I have two 3's, remember, 2-for-1 special, get to pull one out. Now, if you look at that, nothing else inside has another one to go with it. So I'm going to be able to pull out the 3, but that's it. -2 times a +3 is going to give us a -6 on the outside. And then let's just multiply all of this back together. So 2 times 3 is 6. And then since there's an x there, we still get an x there. And we're done. Nice job. Let's do another one. How about number 3 over here? Lots of problems to think about today. Number 3 looks like this. So we're going to break it down. 32. Well, I know it's even, so 2 is going to go in, and it looks like 16 times. 16 is just 4 times 4. 4 is 2 times 2. And 2 times 2. Now remember, even if I break this down differently, I should still get the same code at the end. So I'm going to have my -3 on the outside. And then I'm going to have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Those are all my ending numbers. And then I'm going to have R, 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 R. So now let's do some 2-for-1 in. So 2 2's. We have another 2 2's. So I have a 2 there and a 2 there. Just trying to stay organized. We have an R that comes out and another R that actually comes out. So we're going to get 2 R's on the outside, and normally we say that as R squared. So we have a 2 times -3 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times -3 is a -12. Don't forget about the R squared. And then inside's whatever was left. And the only thing that was left was the 2, which makes this our final answer. Now, no doubt, kids, that is a tough problem. But I do think it is something that you are all very capable of handling. Let's do one more together, and then I think we're just going to leave the rest for you to work on and practice because each of these has their own intricacies, but you have all the skills. Here's our last one. So when we look at this one, we have 147, so let's break that down. Now, 147 is not an even number, so 2 is not going to go into it. And you could even try that on your calculator and figure that out. 147 divided by 2 doesn't go in. So if 2 doesn't go in, maybe let's try 3. 147 divided by 3. Oh, that goes in. It goes in there 49 times. So I'm going to have 3 and 49. And 49 is just 7 and 7. Wonderful. So at this point, we can rewrite it. So we have a negative 6 on the outside, and then the square root of 3 times 7 times 7. And then since we had 2 n's, we just stretch those out, n and n. 2 for 1 special it, so 2 7's come out, and it looks like we can actually pull an n out as well. So I'm going to pull out a 7, and I'm going to pull out an n. Multiply the numbers together. 7 times negative 6 is going to be a negative 42. Don't forget about the n we pulled out. And then what was left? In this case, just 3, which makes that our final answer. Nice job. Thank you guys so much for watching the full video. If you have any questions, just make sure you guys reach out to me and ask. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.